Got breaking news for you, XRP fans, as David Schwartz has announced his retirement. I've got the details. When is it going to happen? What's going on with XRP price? And the latest on the government shutdowns. Will crypto be sent deep into the red because it appears the two at the top ain't getting along?
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
Yeah, you heard me correctly. David Schwartz announced his resignation with Ripple. My man will be gone. I've got the deets coming up for you. Also, it is not looking good with the government shutdown. It appears that they are not going to be making a deal by tonight, but there's a vote that's going to be happening. And I've got those deets as well, so you know exactly when the action's going to happen. Right up on the screen? Well, it's probably because of that whole vote thing and the fact that the bigs at the top ain't getting along. Red for XRP? Well, I mean, it's not because of David Schwartz, but that certainly doesn't help confidence, does it? Now, before we get into the crypto news, you know the deal. Your comments come first. Michael Wojciechowski says, the only way things are going to get done in Washington, D.C. is for the American people to remove money from politics. How do you even remove money from politics? I just say drain the swamp on both sides. Brett Wayne says the government, ducking us again. I think I'll get out of crypto and invest in lube companies. Well, Diddy would be a big buyer for you. Or maybe not, since his stash gets returned, right? Because he was found not guilty of the bad stuff, the big stuff. Bitcoin, 113,000 ETH, 4108 at XP at 282, while BNB's above 1,000. ADA at 78 cents, while the rest of the market right now is just a little bit in the red. Altcoin season index, oh, this is not good. 56 out of 100. Go to the last 30 days. You can see clear as day. We had a peak here on September 19th of altcoin season index 78. We've slid down 22 points since then. So as the government shutdown got closer and there was no resolution, BTC did better than the alts. Think about that, right? In the last essentially 2 weeks, BTC, week and a half, BTC has done better than the alts as the government shutdown fears get worse. So here's the latest on it. Government shutdown appears to be happening, but there's a vote. The vote is happening at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer said Republicans are trying to bully Democrats by refusing to negotiate on an extension of health care benefits and other priorities. Republicans have until midnight to get serious with us, Schumer said. Now, that being said, the Republicans are like, look, we don't want to add more to this. We don't want to add more to that. But at the same time, the Dems are like, yo, baby, you need our votes. So there's going to be a Senate vote at 5:30 today. On Tuesday, Trump threatened retribution, saying a shutdown could include cutting vast number of people out, cutting things that they like, cutting programs that they like, saying, yo, Dems, if you don't come to the table, you're the one that's responsible for the shutdown. So it looks like a big peeing match coming in between the two of them. Now remember, big stuff needs 60 votes as a total in the Senate, which means you're going to need to get some Democrats in. The Senate plans to bring up competing proposals to keep the government funded for another vote beginning at 5:30 p.m. On Tuesday, a vote on those bills, including a measure that has already passed the House, failed earlier this month, and there's no signs the outcome will be different this time around. Go to Polymarket and check it out, everyone, where the odds are what? 94% chance of a shutdown in 2025 with an 89% chance of a shutdown by tonight. Check this out. Odds are dramatically increasing. Look at this. They have shot up since the 28th of September because the meeting over the weekend didn't go that good. Oh, I'm sorry, it was the meeting on Monday that I let you know about over the weekend. So government shuts down. Crypto goes red. BTC holds its gains better than the rest of the group. Still not good for any of us. All right, the breaking news. Ripple CTO stepping down. CEO and the president share their reactions. David Schwartz has announced that he will step down as Ripple's CTO at the end of the year after more than 13 years of company. This is what he said. Time has come for me to step back from my day-to-day duties as Ripple CTO at the end of this year. I'm really looking forward to spending more time with the kids, grandkids, going back to the hobbies I set aside. And he wants to work more on XRPL. The last few months, I've been tinkering on the side. This is Twitter information. It's linked down below. But seriously, I'm only going to read part of this. If you want to read the whole thing, it's a couple minutes long. The last few months, I've been tinkering on the side, spinning up my own XRPL node and publishing its output data, researching other use cases for XRP, besides what Ripple is focused on. And let's be real here. Ripple hasn't been really using XRP for much of anything. It's all been RLUSD stablecoin juice. I truly enjoy this part, getting my hands dirty, talking to builders, coding for the pure love of it. And I'm really excited to get back to that. More to come on this very soon. All right. So now you got David Schwartz out. What does that do? Does that shake up the confidence, or was David Schwartz hurting Ripple as a company? His socials were a little interesting, to say the least, and a lot of people weren't fans of his work, and they liked Brad better. So now, with this happening, David announcing his resignation, does that help or hurt Ripple? Let me know with your thoughts down below. Confidence-wise, I don't know. Speaking of confidence, we had inflows. $500 million for BTC and $500 million for ETH. Yeah, on the 28th, baby. Nice. Except what's the problem? We wish the alts were roaring. They're not, though. XRP price today, nothing too crazy. A little bit of negativity with the announcement, but it rebounded pretty quickly after that. Again, XRP moves on bigger macro events rather than CTO David Schwartz. But, like I said, this definitely is going to make people wonder, why is he leaving? Why is he doing all this with XRPL? Is it because Ripple wasn't doing enough with XRPL, and that's where David's true passions are? That's big. Odds of government shutdown dramatically increased. That shutdown happens, expect crypto prices to tank. BTC a little less than the others that what we've seen here over the last several weeks. David, Joe Cat Schwartz, out as the CTO at the end of the year for Ripple. That's not far away. That's only 3 months from now. And by the way, tonight we're ending the fourth quarter, so it's not just the government shutdown, but it's the fourth quarter, and you know what that means. ETFs, regs, rate cuts, and hopefully getting done with this damn government shutdown BS. Messed up stuff, though, is prepare for it, everyone. Layoffs in the government, services slowing down, and crypto market and risk assets further going into the red. Now, I got to be honest with you. This announcement from David Schwartz came out of freaking nowhere. Was not expecting this at all. Not on the 2025 bingo card, but we did learn, and I shared this with you, that a few weeks ago he built this really nice rig, like a 9950, Ryzen 9, really nice, okay. Good chip, really awesome graphic chip. Built this really nice rig so he could tinker around with XRPL. So he was kind of like hinting at the tinkering a few weeks ago, but I don't think any of us thought he would take it this far. But the bigger question you have to ask yourselves, is this a good or a bad thing for XRP holders? Was David getting in the way? Is David going to do more with XRP than Ripple did? Because I got to be honest with you. A lot of things we've been seeing with Ripple has been RLUSD, custody solutions, stablecoin payments, things not really using XRP. So honestly, maybe David going into XRPL hardcore is going to be good for that ecosystem. We're going to get some building happening. Either way, I'm going to be sharing you the updates. The other update I'm going to be sharing with you is what happens with the government shutdown. Keep an eye on the crypto markets. Keep an eye on those safe haven assets. First vote is at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time, and they're going to be debating all night long. So flip that up on the old telly and look for updates from Santa Claus, because as news happens, I'll bring it to you. Good, bad, happy, or sad. So choo-choo what? Sign behind me says what it is. Choo-choo bitches.